In early September 2025, the Korean Business Research Institute released its highly anticipated monthly brand reputation rankings for boy group idols. Fans around the world waited with bated breath, knowing this list often reflects the heartbeat of the K-pop industry. When the report dropped, there was one name that immediately caught everyone's attention: Jimin of BTS. But this time, it wasn't just about numbers, chart positions, or streaming data. The report highlighted something deeper. Analysts described Jimin as both unique and breakthrough. These two words stood out like a crown placed on his name, a recognition not only of his immense popularity, but of the rare qualities that set him apart from every other idol in the industry. For fans, it wasn't surprising. For the industry, it was a wake-up call. Jimin wasn't just popular. He was shaping culture, pushing boundaries, and redefining what it meant to be an idol in the modern age. Since his debut with BTS in 2013, Jimin has always carried an aura of difference. His artistry has never been about fitting into a mold, but about creating one of his own. His voice, soft yet powerful, with the ability to carry vulnerability and strength in a single note. His dance, precise yet fluid, every movement telling a story that lingers long after the performance ends. His presence, a stage charisma that doesn't scream for attention, but demands it naturally, drawing eyes and hearts without force. From his ethereal solo Serendipity to the heartbreaking emotions of Lie and the modern pop masterpiece like Crazy, Jimin has always delivered performances that feel more like moments of truth than just songs. This is why analysts labeled him unique, because no matter how many idols debut, no matter how trends change, there is no second Jimin. If uniqueness is his gift, then breakthrough is his legacy. Jimin has consistently shattered records that once seemed impossible for K-pop soloists. With Like Crazy, he became the first Korean soloist ever to debut at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. His single, Whom, surpassed 2 billion streams on Spotify in August 2025, a milestone few global artists achieve. Multiple tracks from his solo work remained on the Billboard charts for over 60 weeks, proving long-term impact beyond initial hype. What makes this breakthrough even more impressive is that Jimin did it without following the usual playbook. He didn't lean on overexposure or formulaic trends. Instead, he combined authenticity, artistry, and connection with fans. In doing so, Jimin didn't just break records, he broke barriers, showing the world that a K-pop idol could stand shoulder to shoulder with the biggest names in global music. As soon as the report naming Jimin unique and breakthrough was released, ARMY mobilized worldwide. Social media lit up with hashtags like #UniqueIdolJimin, #BreakthroughJimin, and #JiminOurLegend. Fans didn't just share excitement, they shared stories. Some posted how Jimin's music gave them strength during their darkest days. Others reflected on his journey, from a young trainee who doubted himself to the man now recognized as an irreplaceable icon. Many wrote that Jimin represents hope, resilience, and authenticity in a world that often feels manufactured. To ARMY, the recognition of unique and breakthrough was not just accurate, it was long overdue. Experts within the K-pop world also weighed in. Analysts and critics who have observed idol careers for decades admitted that Jimin's case is unusual. One cultural critic stated, "Many idols rise because of hype, but hype fades. What Jimin has is different. It's sustained impact. Every move he makes becomes part of history. That is what makes him breakthrough." Another added, "Uniqueness is rare in K-pop, where systems often produce polished but similar idols. Jimin stands out because his artistry doesn't come from the system, it comes from himself." For the industry, this wasn't just recognition of Jimin, it was validation of BTS's role as cultural pioneers, and a reminder that Jimin, specifically, continues to carve his own lane even within that legacy. The word idol has always been tied to fame, But Jimin represents something more. He has become a cultural symbol, inspiring not only fans, but also the next generation of performers. In September 2025, James, a rookie idol from the group Cordis, confessed that his dream to become an idol only solidified after watching Jimin's performance of Serendipity. "When I saw Jimin's son Benim perform Serendipity, I knew what I wanted to do with my life," James said. This is just one story among thousands. Jimin is no longer just performing for audiences, he is actively shaping the future of K-pop by inspiring the idols of tomorrow.
Now, with all BTS members completing their military service, the world is waiting for their 2026 comeback album and world tour. Within this new era, Jimin is expected to play a central role. His solo achievements have elevated not just himself, but BTS as a group. His ability to balance uniqueness and breakthrough artistry sets the tone for what fans expect from BTS's return. Analysts predict Jimin's creative influence will be stronger than ever in shaping BTS's music, choreography, and global strategy. This is more than just a comeback. It's a chance for BTS to redefine the future, and Jimin's presence will be at the heart of it. The recognition in September 2025 is not an endpoint. It is simply another chapter in Jimin's story. From the boy who once doubted his worth as a trainee, to the man celebrated worldwide as the definition of uniqueness and breakthrough, Jimin's journey is one of resilience, authenticity, and transformation. Fans often say, Jimin didn't just ride the K-pop wave, he created his own. And perhaps that is why the words unique and breakthrough fit him so perfectly. Because Jimin doesn't simply exist within the music industry, he changes it. Behind the fame, the awards, and the staggering statistics lies a very human Jimin. Fans often describe him not only as a superstar, but as someone who feels approachable, almost like a friend. He has been open about his insecurities, sharing how he once doubted his skills as a trainee and how he constantly strives to improve. These admissions make him relatable in a world where idols are often expected to appear perfect. In September 2025, as fans celebrated his recognition as unique and breakthrough, many revisited old interviews where Jimin spoke about feeling unworthy in the early days. Now, those same fans point to his journey as a reminder that growth and perseverance can transform doubt into destiny. Jimin's recognition is not just a Korean phenomenon. It reverberates across the globe. In Japan, newspapers highlighted his continued popularity, calling him a symbol of cross-cultural artistry. In the United States, music journalists noted how his solo success is reshaping Western perceptions of K-pop idols. In Brazil and Southeast Asia, fan-led projects celebrated his influence by donating to charities in his name, showing how Jimin's artistry inspires acts of kindness worldwide. This global ripple effect proves that Jimin's impact is not confined to entertainment. It extends into culture, philanthropy, and international relations. But with recognition comes pressure. Industry experts have pointed out that being labeled unique and breakthrough can raise expectations to near unreachable levels. Every future performance, every release, every public appearance is now scrutinized with the question, will this live up to Jimin's legend? Yet fans believe Jimin thrives under such pressure. His history has shown that whenever expectations rise, he finds a way to surpass them. That tension between expectation and delivery is part of what keeps the world watching him so closely. Perhaps the most important part of Jimin's legacy is not charts or awards, but the emotional connection he creates. In September 2025, thousands of fans shared personal testimonies online, stories of finding strength in his lyrics during times of loss, messages of how his performances gave them courage to pursue their dreams. Letters from fans who said Jimin's smile was enough to get them through another day. These aren't just fan accounts, they're living proof that Jimin's artistry has a healing power, turning music into medicine for millions. As the world prepares for BTS's grand return, the spotlight is firmly on Jimin. Industry insiders are already speculating. Will he release another solo project alongside the BTS comeback? Could he collaborate with Western artists after his breakout global success? Will his choreography innovations define the group's new era? Every possibility fuels discussion. And the truth is, nobody knows for sure what Jimin will do next, and that mystery is part of his enduring allure. In September 2025, music critics agreed on one thing. Jimin is no longer just an idol to be compared to others. He has become the standard itself. New idols entering the industry are judged against him. His artistry is used as a benchmark in discussions about performance, vocal tone, and emotional delivery. One critic wrote in a Seoul-based paper, "When you talk about uniqueness in K-pop, you measure it against Jimin. When you talk about breakthrough success, you measure it against Jimin." This elevates him from an individual artist to a cultural reference point, shaping not just fans, but the very language of the industry.